Hello everyone, my name is Carlos and today we're going to talk about something that's really important in making software. It's called User Experience Design, or UXD for short. Let's dive into what it is and why it's so important for anyone creating apps or websites. So we start asking, what is UXD? UXD is all about making your app or website feel good to use. It's like when you walk into a room and everything is just feeling right. It's easy to move around and you can find what you need without trouble. In the digital world, UXD helps make sure that when someone uses your software, they find it easy, enjoyable, and useful. It's not just about looking good, it's about creating a great experience for the user. Why UXD matters? Well, let's talk about why this user experience design is so crucial. You see, when someone uses your app or website, their experience can really make or break their impression of it. If they find it difficult to navigate, or if it's just not enjoyable to use, they'll likely get frustrated. And frustration is a big reason why people might stop using an app and look for alternatives. But there's more to it. Good UXD is about making your app or website intuitive and user-friendly. It's like when you walk into a well-organized store where everything is easy to find. You're more likely to enjoy your shopping and keep coming back if this is the case. That's what we aim for in UXD, creating an online space where users feel comfortable and confident. This kind of positive user experience is super important in keeping users engaged with your product. When users are happy with your app, they are not just more likely to use it regularly, they are also more inclined to share their positive experience with others. Word of mouth is powerful, and a recommendation from a friend can be more effective than any advertisement. Plus, in today's digital world, where there's an app for almost everything, users have a lot of choices. If your app doesn't offer a smooth and pleasant experience, users can easily switch to a competitor. That's why focusing on UXD can give you a real edge, helping your app stand out in a crowded market. Remember, good UXD doesn't just happen by chance. It's a result of thoughtful design, understanding your users' needs and continuously testing and improving their user experience. By investing in UXD, you're not just making your app look better, you're building a better relationship with your users. Now, understanding the users. The first step in the UXD is understanding who will use your app or website. This means thinking about what they need and want. It's like being a detective, looking for clues about your users. What do they like? What problems do they need to solve? Understanding your users help make you decisions about how your app should work and what it should look like. The UXD process is, it starts with researching and understanding your users. Then you create designs based on what you have learned. After that, you build a version of your app or website and test it with real people to see if they like it and can use it easily. This might show you things to need to be improved. So you make changes and test again. It's a cycle of designing, testing, and improving. Now, the UXD in everyday software. Have you ever wondered what makes some of them so enjoyable to use? It could be how effortlessly you find what you're looking for, or the pleasant feeling you get when you interact with them. This is all thanks to the good user experience design. Imagine your favorite shopping app. You might love it because it makes you find and buy the products very easy. It's not just about the variety of products, but how easily you can search for them, read the reviews, and complete your purchase. This seamless experience is a result of a careful UXD that considers your needs as a shopper. Consider the games you play on your phone. The best ones are not just about cool graphics, they are also intuitive to play. You don't need to struggle to understand the controls or get frustrated with complicated menus. This ease of use, which keeps you engaged and entertained. This is the key. It's a product so thoughtful on UXD. It is also vital in learning tools and educational software. These platforms are designed to make learning engaging and effective. When an educational app is easy to navigate, with a clear instruction and interactive elements, it makes learning not just more effective, but also enjoyable. This UXD makes education more accessible and also fun. Every time you use an app or a website without feeling lost or frustrated, it's a win for the UXD. It's about creating digital experiences that are not just functional, but also delightful. This presents for all types of software. It helps you stay fit, it keeps you connected with friends and family, the tools you use for work. It always plays a huge role in how we interact with technology daily. So, next time you use an app or visit a website, take a moment to notice the little details that make your experience so smooth and enjoyable. Those are the hallmarks of great UXD, making technology not just useful, but pleasure to use. Now, the core principles of this. So we can say that these are the golden rules to guide how we design apps and websites. First, there's user-centered design. This means we always think about who will use the product. We ask, will this be easy and enjoyable for them? It's all about making things that real people can use easily. Next is simplicity. This principle is about keeping everything straightforward. We avoid making things too complicated. It's like when you use an app and everything feels natural. You don't get lost. That's simplicity at work. Lastly, we have consistency. This means keeping your app or website predictable. It's like when all buttons look like the same. So you always know what's a button and what it isn't. Consistency helps people feel at home in your app or website because they know what to expect. Now, let's talk about the best practices. The tried and true methods in UXD. First is user research. This is where we really get to know our users. We might watch how they use an app or ask them questions. It's like being a detective, as I mentioned before. We gather the clues to understand what they really want and need, so we can give it to them. We create personas after this. These are the characters of the story, based on these real users. They are remembering us how it's supposed to look like for them to make decisions about your app, because they are going to have an immersive experience on it. It's going to be intuitive and therefore it's going to be enjoyable. So when we get the feedback, we can then proceed with different changes, but prototyping and user testing are also super important. A prototype is like a model of your app. It's not the full thing, but it lets us see how it might work. We show this to users and how they interact with it. Do they get stuck? Do they like it? What is the feedback that they have to tell us? So tools and techniques in the UXD is the next step. So let's talk about this more specifically. These are like the instruments in an artist toolkit. They help bring ideas to life. Using the right tools in the right way can make a huge difference in how well your app or website meets the user needs. So let's check in some of these techniques. The first one can be the wireframing. One key tool is this one. Think of the wireframe as the blueprints of your app or website. They are like simple sketches that show where everything goes, like where a button or image might be. Wireframes don't focus on details like colors or fonts. Instead, they help us plan layouts and flow of the pages. This step is all about getting the structure right before we add in the style. This is great for experimenting with different ideas quickly and cheaply, making sure we have got a solid foundation before moving forward. Now, the prototyping tools. So once we have our wireframes, we turn them into prototypes. And a prototype is like a mock-up of your app or website. So this is a more detailed wireframe. So we have even some basic interactions in this prototype. So these designs can, for the users can actually click, and it's super useful for them. It's like giving a test drive of the app before it's fully built. Now, the user feedback mechanism. So these are the ways we gather feedback from the people who will use our app or website. It might be through surveys, interviews, usability tests, where we watch people using the prototype. So getting this feedback is crucial. It tells us what's working and what's not. It's like having a conversation with your users. Their insights help us make changes that really make a difference to the user experience. This continued loop of feedback and improvement is what makes great UXD. Now, closing on tools and techniques. So we already mentioned the wireframing and the prototyping and gathering the feedback. So these are keys to creating a successful digital product. By using them effectively, UX designers can ensure that the final product is not only functional but also enjoyable to use. Great UXD is about putting user at the heart of the design process, and this tool helps us to just do that. Now, looking towards the future, user experience design is evolving with expecting new trends. One major trend is the integration of AI and machine learning. Imagine an app that learns what you like and adapts to your preferences. What AI can do for UXD? It's about creating more personalized experience for each user. AI can analyze user behavior and tailor the app to fit the individual needs. Another important trend is to focus on accessibility and inclusive design. This means designing apps and websites that everyone can use, including people with disabilities. It's about making sure that our digital world is open to all, not just to a few. We're seeing more emphasis on designs that accommodate different abilities, like voice commands for those who can use a touchscreen or high contrast colors for users with visual impairments. Business impact on the good UXD is also not only about making users happy, it has a real impact on businesses too. When users enjoy using the app or the website, they're more likely to keep using it. This means more engagement, more return visits, and more opportunities for businesses to connect with its customers. For example, consider a shopping app that makes it easy for users to find what they're looking for. Users are more likely to complete a purchase, return for future shopping, and even recommend the app to others. This leads to an increased sales and customer loyalty. And another example is a productivity app with an intuitive design that helps users to get their work done faster and more efficiently. Such an app can gain a strong user base among professionals who value time-saving tools, further enhancing the app's reputation and reach. In both cases, the key to success is the focus on user needs and preferences, the core of good UXD. By prioritizing the user experience, businesses can achieve higher user engagement and satisfaction, which translate into tangible business successes. UXD as a competitive advantage, we can say that that's where the user experience design comes in handy. It's not just nice to have way, it's a must-have for any business that wants to succeed in the digital age. UXD can be a significant competitive advantage, setting your products apart from a crowded market. And the good UXD can transform the user's interactions with your product from average to exceptional. It's about creating an experience that users remember and talk about. For instance, when your app makes a task easier and more enjoyable, users are likely to prefer it over others. This preference translates into a repeat usage and loyalty, key factors for business success. Moreover, investing in UXD can lead to better brand perception. When they have a positive experience with your app, they associate those positive feelings with your brand. This enhanced brand image can attract new customers while retaining the existing ones. Also, good UXD can lead to cost saving in the long run. By focusing on the user needs and reducing the usability issues, businesses can save on customer service costs and reduce the need for costly redesigns for later. So, in a nutshell, this is a strategic investment. It's about understanding and valuing your users, and in doing so, building a stronger and more successful business. By prioritizing the designs, companies can create products that are not only functional but also delightful, driving user satisfaction and loyalty, which are key drivers of growth. Now, the Leaware's expertise in UXD, as we have explored and talked about the potential of the user experience design, it's clear that this is vital for any digital product success. But how do you ensure that yours is top-notch? That's where Leaware comes into play. Leaware is more than just a software development company. It's a hub for innovation and expertise in UXD. With years of experience and a deep understanding of user-centered design, Leaware can help make your digital product to life with a focus on creating outstanding user experiences. Whether you're starting from scratch or looking to enhance an existing product, Leaware team of experts can guide you through every step of the UXD process. From initial user research to final product launch, they provide insights and support to ensure your product not only meets but exceeds user expectations. You are interested in making your digital product user a favorite? Reach to us. Visit the website and learn more about the services and how they can make the best decision regarding to UXD for your business. With Leaware, you can transfer the digital products and create experiences that users love and remember. Don't let your digital products fall behind in the ever-evolving digital landscape. Contact Leaware today, clicking the link in the information, and let's continue with your journey. Thank you so much for your time, and see you next time.